A service member has a lot to take in at a new assignment.
They actually live on the installation, they work on the installation, they eat on the installation.
Exploring life beyond the gate isn't always the first priority.
You can see how there can be some families that sometimes don't feel as connected.
But across the country, communities go out of their way to make that connection so military families feel at home. Their programs and partnerships are what make them great American defense communities.
I think a great American defense community has a spirit of enthusiastic welcome.
Patty and Barry Dobbins met Senior Airman Thomas Polrace in 2015, soon after he had landed at Langley Air Force Base.
So our son went to college and left the house, and we got Thomas. So it was a good trade.
Yeah.
They met through the City of Hampton, Virginia's Adopt an Airman program. It matches new service members with families in the community.
Take them to a sporting event, take them out to dinner, take them to a movie, bring them home for a home-cooked meal, and just have that mentoring and that relationship.
It is like we adopted you. Even our kids think that. Right?
They're not jealous, are they?
There might have been a little bit of jealousy there at some point. Yeah, what, Thomas is there again? So yeah.
In Christian County, Kentucky, there's the Military Spouses Leadership Program to make sure spouses know the area beyond Fort Campbell.
My favorite day was the shopping day. There are so many great small businesses in the Christian County area. I have learned how to look around the community and find things to do.
Hey, my name is Tita. My dad is...
The youngest members of our military families make sacrifices too.
Families move 3, maybe 4 times before a child enters into school, and then once they enter into school, there may be another 3 or 4 moves during their elementary care.
Lieutenant Colonel Flake was speaking at the 2017 Fort Hood Education Summit. The installation and community leaders in Central Texas put a strong focus on working together in local schools. Every school in the region is adopted by an organization on base. Installation leaders say that connection's important.
Not just to the quality of our families' lives, but also to the long-term security of our nation.
Coralyn Barrett says it takes a village. She's a single mom and volunteers at an elementary school in Southeastern Connecticut. She's also a leader at Naval Submarine Base New London and tells her sailors that wearing the uniform makes them ambassadors to the world and the community. The relationship between schools and the military in Southeastern Connecticut starts at the top. Commanders sit down every month with school superintendents, principals, and community members. The result? A better understanding of what military students need, including those coming in from other duty stations. And that's an issue in every defense community.
Welcome to the South Carolina Low Country.
When families come in to Joint Base Charleston, the first thing they're concerned about is getting their kids into the right school.
The Palmetto Scholars Academy is one of the education partnerships here. It's a charter school located on Joint Base Charleston. Base leaders help them get the land to lease, and up to 20% of the desks are saved for military students. At all bases in all communities, a military student's school experience has an impact far beyond the classroom.
This has elevated itself to a real high level within the Department of Defense because families are important to the well-being and the functioning of the military.
14 local entities make up the West Valley Partners Defense Community in Arizona, and the region has always supported its veterans.
Today I want to showcase many services available for our veterans. They were having a hard time just making it on their own, and I thought, why did we ever let our veterans get to this point?
So to help veterans get solutions before their problems get too big, Mayor Wires had an idea. Bring all the area's veteran services under one roof for one day. The annual Stand Up for Veterans event. Service providers, employers, legal officials, government agencies, and many others take part every year. Around San Antonio, there are more than 156,000 veterans, and now they all have homes. The city and its regional partners have effectively ended veterans' homelessness through a commitment to the Mayor's Challenge to End Veteran Homelessness. It's a national program that encourages local communities and partners to get their veterans off the streets. And Michael Holloway was afraid he'd have to leave his house when he couldn't afford to fix the roof. But a local program called Homes for Texas Heroes replaced it for him. He says he was surprised a bill never came. That's MRE number 19, beef patty with jalapeno pepper jack. City officials in Sierra Vista, Arizona wanted to make it better, and this is what they came up with. They were one of 3 local teams competing in the first ever Great American MRE Makeover. The judges included service members from Fort Huachuca who have prepared and eaten MREs all over the world. Team Cochise College won for turning this fajita dish.
Oh yeah, that's chicken. This is chicken. Alrighty then.
Into this one. The garrison commander says Army officials notice when a community comes together like this.
This community understands what your life is like, understands your sacrifices, the struggles that you have, and the different joys of being a military family.
When you're sitting in a dorm room that's 10 by 12 and just watching TV all the time, it's like, all right, do people actually care about me? Do they care that, hey, I joined the military and this program helps? Yes, the community does care that you do what you do.